All right, shalawam. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of GMS, to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. My name is Nazar Khad, GMS Precepts. Real quick, I want to do. I want to go into this page here. This is from a book. This is a PDF version. This is an unseen hand, as you can see. Introduction to the conspirative view of history. This is a author. I didn't read this whole book, but I have another one. I have another one of his books by A. Ralph Epperson. The other book is called The New World Order, which is a pretty good book. It has a few good chapters in it, but I want to go into this one page. I'm gonna just jump to it when it goes into the government. Right, page 37. All right, that brings me to page 35. Let me just scroll down to 37. Now, this is the chapter I'm gonna go into, or this page is on, is the forms of government, right? Now let me jump down to 37, and shit. Hold on, excuse me. It goes into. I just want to get this exactly on the page. As you can see here, this is page 37, and it's going into. Anyway, it is going into as you can see here, pressure from above and pressure from below. Okay, pressure from above, pressure from below. Now, a lot of brothers are aware of this tactic, which is the tactic the government uses, man. Pressure from above or pressure from below. They also call it or refer to it as order ab chaos, or order out of chaos. Okay, so this is something that the elites do. Now this is now it's a five. Now this pressure from below, above, and pressure from below tactic is a 5-step program. Now it's about to be explained by a man named, where is his name? John Kozak. Okay, John Kozak. It says this technique of subverting a democracy into a dictatorship was spelled out in a book in 1957 by John Kozak. Matter of fact, let me read this part. It says, here is outline a procedure by which democratic or even republican forms of government can be turned into a dictatorship. Now, it says a dictatorship was a dictatorship is a rulership by one person, which we know is false. Really, this society is run by a an oligarchy. Matter of fact, let me go. It goes into that on the beginning of this chapter here, right? Let me just get it exactly here. This is page 32 in the same book, and it goes into the different forms of government, right? Rule by one is an anarchy. Rule by one man is a dictatorship or monarchy, which is what a lot of the ancient kingdoms were ruled by. It was ruled by, you have one king. Okay, if you have one king that makes all the decisions in judgment, that's referred to as a dictatorship or a monarchy. Then you got an oligarchy, which is rulership by a few. Well, I'll just go with the last two. You got an oligarchy, a rulership by a few men, and you have a democracy, which is a rulership by the majority. Now, in this society, they want you to believe that this is a rulership by the majority, which is a democracy. They want you to believe the society we live in is a democracy, when really, a democracy is a rulership by the majority, meaning you get to, the people that vote determine the laws, which is bullshit. We already know that it's what the society we really live in is an oligarchy. Okay, which is the rulership by a few men, and the ones that those few men are those elites, the superpower, whatever names you want to refer to them, the super elites, the bankers, whatever. Those are the ones that really run the society. So this setup, or this society that we live in today, is an oligarchy. which is a rulership by a few men. All right, boy. Let me stay on topic here. I want to go to page 37. Pressure from below and pressure from beneath. Right. Try to get this here. Boom. All right. So I'm gonna just read this. It says the pressure from above and the mob and the pressure from below to convert a democracy into dictatorship. Mr. Kozak explained his strategy. So I'm gonna just jump down to this part right here. It says, like I said, there's 5 steps, right? What Mr. Kozak proposed was a 5-part program to seize control of a government. Step 1. The first step consisted of having the conspiracy's own people infiltrate the government. That's the pressure from above. The second step, uh, was to create a real or alleged grievance, usually through either an action of government or through some situation where the government should have acted but didn't. So the second step is to create a situation, whether it's real, whether they created it, or whether it was a situation where the government, whether it was a real situation where the government should have acted, should have did something but didn't do it. Step number 3 consisted of having a mob created by the real or alleged grievance that the government or conspiracy caused, or the conspiracy caused, demand demand that the problem be solved by a government action, right? So basically, the problem that was created, or the alleged grievance that was created, the mob or the society asks the government or demands that the government solve the problem by governmental action, right? And mind you, all these steps, you can see all these things happening today. You can use a coronavirus as an example. Okay, now coronavirus was the problem created. As a result, the people are asking for the government for governmental action to resolve this coronavirus problem. Step number 4 consisted in having the conspirators in the government remedy the real or alleged situation with some oppressive legislation. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make everybody wear masks. We're going to have everybody stay in their house, curfew, shut down everything. Oh, that's not enough. Well, let me go down to the next 5th verse. Now, the 5th step is a repeat of the last 3. The legislation that the government passes does not solve the problem, and the mob demands more and more legislation until the government becomes a totalitarian in nature by possessing all the power. Now, basically, the last step is the repeat of step 3 and step 4 and step 5, right? So it's repeating all these. So it continues to create a problem. And then the people ask for a solution. Okay, and the solution that's given is an oppressive legislation, right? Because now it's like, and like I said, once again, you can correlate this with the coronavirus. Now, the walking around in public with the mask is not enough. Um, Social distancing is not enough. Closing the stores, okay, extending the shutdown, that's not enough. All right, we're gonna do vaccines. Okay, vaccines are not enough. Now we got to see who's vaccinated. Let's implement a microchip to see who's vaccinated. See, and all of these steps, all of the things that are done, are oppressive in nature. Okay, so this is their program. This is the pressure from above and pressure from below tactic that's used for years, and it's working. And the people that are, you see, what they see, I believe Apostle Ramnab, he made a video entitled "They Got You Right." The elites got you right where they want you. Now the elites have it where the people are gonna go to are gonna demand action or demand help from the people that are creating the same problems. Okay, they got you right where they want you. The majority of these people on this planet, they got the people right where they want them. They're creating the problem. The people are running to the government for a solution. Okay, and the solution is stripping you away from stripping more and more of your rights away and becoming more totalitarian, tyrannical. At least got you right where they want you. So I just want to. This is a good page right here. This, like I said, this is from the book "The Unseen Hand," author A. Ralph Epperson. The Unseen Hand: An Introduction to Conspiratorial View of History. This is the table of contents. It goes into a few things in history. The Civil War. It goes into economic terms. Trilateral Commission, Civil War, the Fed, the Federal Reserve. Now, this is a book you don't have to read from front to back. This is something you can just jump around, and that's pretty much what I do. I ain't got that much goddamn time to read all this shit, But I just jump around. I've read a few of these chapters, and I read Forms of Government, and I was reading it over again, and I just want to go into that one page, man, because that was a in my book I have highlighted those steps, because those steps you can see today. Okay, all right, that's pretty much it. Lord willing, you brothers edified. Until the next show, shalom.